Hi, ALSD. I am Amanda, and I am here with Rich and Rachel from Aramark.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Herpick. I'm on the design and development team with Aramark Sports Entertainment. Our team really focuses on anything that's enhancing that guest experience. So that could be customer-facing tech, menu innovation, different unique programming ideas. So kind of runs the gamut.
My name's Rich Grab. I'm the Director of Culinary Innovation for Sports Entertainment. I primarily focus on the culinary strategy for the organization, as well as concept development and design along with Rachel.
Tell us, what is Aura and why was it created?
Aura is S&E's new elevated approach to premium services. And it's really designed to test our boundaries from a culinary perspective to, from front of the house, back of the house, design, and the whole narrative across the food landscape in our buildings. And we really took a hard look over the past 2 years. I think Rachel and I traveled the country numerous times, just assessing our own internal clients to really see where the food landscape sits. In the last few years, food and the transparency around food and beverage has changed so much that our fans and guests in our venues are now looking for that same elevated service they'll see in restaurants or in wedding venues. Rachel and I traveled around and really got back to Philly and really sat down to try to break down what are the buckets of levels we need to hit and really finding out what the best path forward is.
Rachel, let's get into a little bit deeper about the premium approach. How is Aura different from other premium approaches? Rich kind of started the ball rolling there. Why don't you take it now?
We did our homework. So we went, we saw, we experienced, we bought tickets, we made reservations, we asked questions, right? We talked to our clients, we talked to guests. We didn't just sit in a boardroom and decide, at this level hierarchy, this should be the amenity. Instead, we really asked people, we went out and experienced ourselves and thought, if I was as a guest, what would be better? What would make this come up a notch? What happened was there was some debunking that was going on, right? We would see something on Instagram that we would go then make a reservation and we would get there and we would order it and it was lackluster, right? Or it just didn't land. Where you get the return was really, really critical because a lot of things can take a lot of effort, but they may not resonate with the guest. And then, really you didn't accomplish much there. Or then maybe there's a really small thing you can do that goes a long way. Premium is complicated and it's a whole ecosystem. It's so much more than just, I have access to this space and I'm going to have a really good meal. It's about the connections people are making and the environment tells a story and there's a lot happening there. So we decided that we were going to solve for everything within our control. So we looked at from when they enter to when they exit. We can't control if they have a flat tire on the way to the game and they come in with, a little grouchy. That we can't control. But once they're in our space, what can we do? So when they enter, what's the scent? What's the smell of the space? What's that first connection they're making to that last interaction they're having with us as they leave? Sports venues were very important, right? Our own as well as others. And then obviously looking at those boutique environments, trends are starting there. They cannot just be rinse and repeated in our environment. It doesn't work. It doesn't translate. You have to kind of take a bit of inspiration that you saw and then digest it and spin it up to something new that does work in our spaces. You have to kind of put your own spin on it. So a lot of restaurants, venues, and then, things like I went to a place called Adrenaline, right? That is in Germany. It's all about immersive dining, right? So anytime that we were traveling for other reasons, we were making sure that we were also kind of tacking on this research.
Rach and I are lucky enough to travel over 100 days a year. So there's a lot of restaurants and visited throughout the year. So luckily we get to see a lot of things throughout the season.